Welcome back to part 2 of our conversation with Dr. Shefali Nerurkar Trasi. If you haven't listened to part 1 yet, I would highly recommend going back and catching up on all the valuable insights we have covered. In this episode, we are picking up right where we left off and diving into how skincare, lifestyle, and confidence shapes you. Let's get started.
You said very right that we can't stop people from working, but how can they maintain a balance? Or is there something they can do to avoid?
So generally what we tell our patients is, since I can't tell them to stop working, is what I tell them is, even for a simple, eyes also get strained because of that excess exposure to that visible light continuously. I'm seeing a lot of periorbital around the eyes pigmentation, puffiness, tiredness. So what I generally tell my patients is, yes, you need to work for those 8 hours, 10 hours. Take a break. From your screen time. That doesn't involve you looking into your mobiles. Take a break from all the gadgets.
Right.
Just stand up, go outside, look out of the window, look at a distance, because that is something what my ophthalmologist had told me when I was studying for long hours for my MBBS and FD days. So, look at something far away that will help you relax your eyes. Okay? So that is something that you can do in a very natural way. Other thing that you can do is, you can apply that blue light protection screens. You can have those no number blue light glasses. So you can use that so that that has a little less, damage to your eyes and skin. What as doctors we give is, we give antioxidants. So whatever free radical damage that is causing on our skin, I will give them antioxidants to tackle that.
Okay.
Then I will give them sunscreens. So the sunscreens acts as good physical barrier to any skin problems that they are having. Have good fruits.
Right.
Don't go for those ready-made juices. Have proper fruits.
Right.
Those fruits, those salads will have those antioxidants, those nuts. They have all those antioxidants that your skin and your body is craving for when they are exposed to all these free radicals. So if you supplement them, that body with good food and good nutrients, automatically it will take care of the damage that is happening in the body, and automatically your skin will not look so aged.
Right.
You are working for 12, 10 hours. Before going to work or after coming back from work, have a good physical exercise. Good meditation is also okay. A simple yoga, simple breathing exercises. Go out in the terrace. Like nowadays we have to force our kids to, stop your screen time, go down and play. And have a normal physical play, just run around. That's okay with me. Because that will improve your physical stamina as well.
Right.
So these simple things, you don't always have to go for the, you want this medicine only and this only. And no, simple things like regular. Subah utho, exercise karo, have good breakfast, go to work, come back from your work. Even in your work time, have a break of 5 minutes. I'm not asking for half an hour break time. Don't.
Right.
5 minutes, relax your eyes. Just close your eyes and sleep. कुछ नहीं, कहीं देखना नहीं है. Close your eyes, rest your eyes for 5 minutes. Open them, wash them with plain water. Start working again. That's fine with me.
Right.
But these simple things can play a good difference in your life. And it'll keep you healthy for a longer.
Right. So you said good diet,
Good exercise and good skin products.
good skin products. So you say, like you're trying to say that sunscreen should they use in house as well when you're in front of the screen?
Of course.
Right.
Initially, if you remember, your house, your room must be having one tube light.
Right.
How many LED lights does your room right now match?
Right.
4? Minimum 4.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine the amount of heat that is generating all the time. You are going to the kitchen, you're cooking. Imagine the amount of heat that is generating from the stove. Okay? So, even when you're at home, you're being exposed to constant light and heat. So, even at home, you're working. You're seeing your mobile, your iPads are all the time around you. We sleep around with our gadgets surrounding us, right? So that is the time we always tell our patients that after bath you'll probably apply your moisturizer. Even if it is a Sunday and you're not going to be going to your work, we'll still apply a sunscreen. And right amount of sunscreen.
Right.
And again, reapply it after 5 hours. Now there are certain products which are coming which has 8 hours of protection. However, till now we were keep telling our patients reapply the sunscreen every 4 to 5 hours.
Right.
So that will maintain that protection throughout the day or till the time you are exposed to that white light or the visible light, not the white light, the visible light.
Right. And what is the right amount of sunscreen?
So 1 fingertip unit, there are certain units to which. So if I'm applying for my face, I would always tell my patient to use 1 fingertip.
Okay.
So utna lagta hai to cover the entire face.
Right.
So similarly, if there is a hand and leg, there are certain units in which we have to apply.
Okay.
And that is the right amount of using a sunscreen. What we do is हम लोग इतना से लेते हैं a pea size. Pea size is for the creams.
Okay.
हम लोग क्रीम 1 फिंगर लेंगे और भर भर के मसाज करते 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 लगाएंगे and sunscreen इतना सा लेंगे. It's actually the other way around.
Right.
Your creams contain actives, so it can you about a pea size is what is more than enough. When it comes to serums, we tell them 3 to 4 drops, not more than that. Whereas when it comes to sunscreen, I use a proper fingertip, 1 fingertip, applied on the entire face, on all the exposed parts of the body when you're going out or when you're on your work.
Right.
Because your hands are also exposed to your laptop, no? You're all the time working. This is also equally exposed.
I never thought about that. Right.
So it's generally all the exposed parts of the body, so which includes the neck up to your, the face and the neck.
Right.
And your hands generally.
Now, what is one bad habit that women has and that is ruining their skin for them?
One bad habit that I would say women have is trying to use products which are not intended for their skin. So I have many patients who come to me and tell me that I've been using retinoid.
Okay.
And and they come to me with a dry skin and they say, ma'am, I want treatment for dry skin. And then when I push them, okay, what have you been using on the skin, and starting with the history part of it, they tell me, ma'am, I've been using salicylic acid, I've been using retinol cream, I've been using stale mucin, I've been using hyaluronic acid, I've been using mandelic acid and niacinamide. And for what is my question?
Right.
In so many products, even I'm not used on my face.
Okay.
So I was like, for what reason have you been using all these products? No, I saw it in the videos that it was told that at the age of 20 you should start using the niacinamide, hyaluronic, snail mucin, retinol, salicylic acid to have a beautiful skin. So I've been using it.
Right.
Hey Baba, but understand what your skin wants. Is it asking for a salicylic acid? Is it asking for a retinol? Do you, at the age of 20, unless and until you're, really, your genetics are in such way that you are very early aging at the age of 20. At the age of 20, I generally expect the skin not to have fine lines and wrinkles. Thoda retinol, theek hai na, hum log, we use it even in our acne, products.
Right.
So all acne medications have some retinol in it.
Right.
I give oral retinol also for that because that takes care of the oil gland activity. So I will be giving retinol. So if you do not have acne, this, that, blah, 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 any skin problems for that matter, if you have a good skin, then I can assure you that a simple moisturizer, a good cleanser, a good toner, probably a good sunscreen of course, and a night cream which contains even a simple niacinamide or vitamin C is more than enough for you.
Right.
So know what your skin wants and then use the products as per that.
Right.
I keep telling my patients that I have not used a single retinol product on my skin. They're like, dog, then how come your skin is so good? That's like, because I use products which my skin wants.
Right.
So that is one mistake that I tell my patients is just don't use products for the sake of using it. Understand what your skin is wanting. अच्छा ऐसा नहीं है कि doctors will not make mistakes. Okay, it's not. We are not. ऐसा नहीं कि we are not AI. Okay, I look at your skin and I scan it and I exactly know what product you want.
Right.
We may also, I tell my patients who come to me for a routine skincare, I keep telling them that it's not that I will not make mistakes, but today I feel your skin is oily. So I will write down, I feel it, I see it, and I will write down products which is good for an oily skin. It may happen that that product has suited you, may not suited your friend. So it will take me some time to understand your skin type. It will take your skin some time to get adjusted to that particular skin product. So it is, it's like a journey.
Right.
When it comes to skincare products, it's a proper journey wherein we start with products which I feel is intended for your particular skin. We apply it for a few days, a few weeks, probably 4 to 6 weeks is what, as dermatologists, we take into consideration. If there is no rash, there is no acneiform eruptions, there is no dryness, then, and at the end of 4 weeks or 6 weeks, the skin is showing positive signs, then it indicates that this particular skincare is right.
Right.
So many times, it suits my sister, but it doesn't suit me. That can always happen. Because your sister has a different skin type, you have a different skin type. You can't keep on copying others for a skin type, for a skincare product.
Right.
It will always be individualistic. कि ये आपको चला, ये मुझे चल रहा है. That kind of approach is extremely essential, and that is one mistake that I keep seeing in my patients.
Right.
Overuse. Other thing what I see is over applying.
Right.
When I over layering, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say over applying, I meant over layering. I belong to Mumbai city. There's a humid weather. If I apply serum, moisturizer, what else? Sunscreen, some 2-3 things more. I get that entire list. It may not suit to my humid weather. I may start getting breakouts.
Right.
So over layering is something that I always discourage my patients depending upon what weather it is. So the same thing, if it is in a cold weather, I would say please do so.
Right.
Because there I'm trying to lock in the moisture. There I'm trying to protect your skin from sun damage, this, that, blah, blah, blah. So it depends upon where you stay, what kind of lifestyle you're living. So that is also something that I constantly see in my patients.
Right. And again, you also we were talking about this one thing that, the smallest insecurity or issue they have, like suddenly it becomes the center of their, life. Which I think, with social media, every single day people are saying like, I didn't know I had this insecurity until I saw this video. So what are the common tics which happens when it's come to aging in like mid-20s and then in 30s as well?
I would start with 12s because 12, 13 is the time when, you start becoming an adult, and that is the time when you should adhere to a good skincare. So in 12, 13 in boys and girls, there will be definitely a menage that is happening wherein, there'll be hormonal fluctuations. The problems that I generally see is pimples. Commonly.
Right.
Pimples on the skin, chest, back. Then that is the time girls even go to parlors for waxing and all that things. And then I start seeing bacterial infections like folliculitis and all that things. So that is common in the young age group.
Right.
Post 18, post 20, nowadays, along with acne, I see a lot of hair fall problems.
Right.
Probably somewhere our diet is taking a toss. That at that age, also we are all overachievers, so we are trying to achieve. That is the time when we are studying and paying less attention to the nutrition aspect and overall health of the body. So hair loss comes at the forefront in that age group, and of course even after 30s and 40s. Hypopigmentation is something that I start seeing after 20s.
Right.
Till 20s, we don't see much. So hypopigmentation is what I start seeing after 20s.
Okay.
30s, it increases.
Okay.
And 30s is the age where I see a lot of textural changes on the skin, with regards to open pores, fine lines, wrinkles, etc.
Right.
Now, when it comes to 18-20, children who have gone through those acne and they have played around with their skin, I see problems such as acne scars, pigmentation caused because of that acne, because they have tried to remove the acne or played around with those acne, trying to remove them faster of the skin. So acne causing pigmentation is pigmentation followed by acne, or you can say thyroid. That is something that we commonly see. To all my viewers, I would like to say that acne scars, pigmentation following acne, hyperpigmentation, that is dark patches on the skin, hair loss are few of the common skin problems that we see in our clinic. And if you are facing from any of these problems, instead of trying your hand at all the skin products that are available in the market, it's a sincere request to visit your dermatologist and get the right product for your skin.
So, ma'am, does drinking 8 glasses of water every day actually improves your skin?
Of course, 8 to 10 glasses of water is what we generally recommend, or 2 to 3 liters of water is generally what we recommend to our patients.
Okay.
Water hydrates your skin. Water flushes out all the toxins from your body.
Yeah.
So automatically your skin is going to look good, look hydrated, and that is going to make it look glowy.
Right. Also, is there a difference between products which are expensive and products which are affordable?
Well, there's nothing called as, see, expensive. Why are the products expensive? A, it can be because of the brand. B, it can be because of the content that it contains in the product. Packaging, it doesn't take, so much of a cost is what I feel. So if the ingredient is right and you're using that product for that particular ingredient, then even using an expensive product is good for your skin.
Right.
However, if a similar ingredient is there in a simpler product with a simpler packaging from a simpler company and it is doing your work, then why not?
Right.
So I don't always promote an expensive product to my patients. And I also see the pocket size of my patients. It's not always important to use expensive products all the time. What I generally do for my patients is I start with simpler products. First I would see what is the urgency of, urgency for treating that particular skin. If, there is some social event, some social wedding or, some wedding or something, then I would try to use, I would step up and be on my guard, wherein I will be using good products and trying to, treat them. However, if I don't have any deadlines to achieve, then I start with simple products and then I slowly step on as per requirement, or I keep the same products, step down once the result is attained.
Right.
So generally, expensive, not expensive, depends upon all these factors.
Right. And what about Korean skincare products? Do them worth the hype?
So Korean skincare products are really good.
Okay.
However, whether they are completely for Indian skin is something that we need to look forward to it. Because we are born with a different type of skin.
Right.
So Korean skincare is basically more on hydrating. And that is something that even our Indian skin requires. So when my patients tell me that, doc, I have Korean skincare and it's doing very fine to me, I tell them, please continue. If it is suiting you, if it is doing good to your skin, please continue that. However, if it's not helping you, then you need to retrospect and see, what is it that you need to add on to your skincare product, a skincare routine, so that to improve your skin. So to each his own. I don't think even all the Koreans will be having one skincare product too.
Right.
So that's how it is.
Right. Okay. So I have just one last question. Because you said you have been doing skincare since you were 12, right? What is one advice compared to how situation has changed right now, right? What is the one advice you would like to give to your younger self?
Well, I would pat myself on my back for taking care of my skin when I was young. And I would like to say is basically, use a good cleanser, a moisturizer, a sunscreen from an early age. Try to maintain good use good products.
Right.
Something that suits your skin. And if it is not suiting your skin, change it. Visit your dermatologist, tell them it's not suiting my skin. Can we opt for another one?
Right.
And change it till the time you get a good cream, a good cleanser for your particular skin, and then adhere to that product.
Right.
I keep telling my patients that if the product is suited, you don't change it. But just for the fun of it, I change the sunscreens. I will change the cleansers. So that way, you're motivated to use that particular
Right.
skin.
So that it's okay to change products once in a while. Yeah, I do that a lot.
Once in a while is okay, but it shouldn't happen. आज मैंने इसका ये moisturizer लगाया, कल मैंने इसका लगाया, परसों मैंने इसका लगाया. So that is not going to give you, because skin also gets confused ना कि इसका तो ये ingredient था, उसका वो ingredient था, इसका ये vehicle था. So there are a lot of. So if you want to change after 6 months ना.
Right.
If it suited you, that particular skincare has suited you, 6 months के बाद change करो, तभी तो weather भी change हो जाएगा. Even in Mumbai, we had a good winter this time.
Right.
So keep it on for a few months. If you're bored, then change it. And depends upon what your skin requires. Bored is not the criteria for changing the skincare.
Right. Right. So now that's all. That was all I had. Thank you so much again for coming. So I really enjoyed this episode, not only because of all the question and answer, because you have an amazing personality.
Thank you.
So I hope like our viewers love this episode, as much as we, enjoy shooting it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's a wrap of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did while shooting. If you have any questions regarding skin, beauty, or hair, make sure to comment below and feel free to like, share, and subscribe.